Hi, I'm Mark Wright from via San Francisco, and I'm here to make your life easy with the new EZE shear. EZE is a shear we've worked on for over 2 years, and it's the first neutral grip shear in the beauty industry. A shear that actually leaves your hand at rest when you're working with it. But you know, there's so much more to EZE that it really becomes an unbelievable value when you really start adding up all the features of this shear. And there's more than one EZE shear. We make the cutting shears in 5 1/4, 5 3/4, 6 1/4, and 6 3/4. But we also make a state-of-the-art 20-tooth texturizing shear. This is a shear with curved teeth. You can cut and comb out. You can slide cut out. So it's like point cutting 20 times with the tips of your shears. We also make a 40-tooth blending shear. A terrific shear to do whole haircuts. A terrific shear to blend hair on men's cuts. For any time that you want to remove weight without creating volume. And of course you can cut and comb out and cut and slide out like all via texturizing shears. The curved teeth on both of these shears too leave a nice soft angled finish instead of a blunt cut like a square tooth shear. So you've got high performance, but at the same time you've got incredible durability. I mean, here's a feature you see on $500 and $600 shears, a Teflon line pivot to eliminate the metal-to-metal contact in the pivot area, which is the key contact point. You've also got a leaf spring tension system. Leaf springs spread the tension out by having a knob that's the width of the blade so it can't rock from side to side, and a plate that's the length of the pivot so it won't rock lengthwise. All these features combine together to really extend the durability of the shear, and that's one of the great things about EZE, is that you're dealing with a shear that really has the lifespan to last a good portion of your career. It's made out of high quality molybdenum alloy steel from Japan, again the kind of material you only find on $500 or $600 shears. But we go a step beyond too, because we cryogenically temper the shear. Most shears are ice tempered. They're forged at 1200 degrees and then plunged into a 32-degree oil bath. The problem is the molecules are in motion at 1200 degrees, and when you drop it into that oil bath they freeze in place, but there's bigger gaps between some molecules than others. So what we do is we add a step where we bring the shear down to 300 below zero in a liquid nitrogen chamber. This brings all the molecules tightly together. Then we slowly bring it back up to room temperature, but we do this in a controlled way so that the molecules drift apart equidistantly. This improves the durability by as much as 40%. So here we're starting out with steel that's normally used on $500 and $600 shears, but we're making it 40% better and still selling these shears right around $200. So we've made the case for durability, but really what makes EZE so unique is the ergonomic design of the shear. As I said before, this is the first truly neutral grip shear that leaves your hand in a completely relaxed, effortless position. Look at the difference in the elbow position when you compare it with an opposing grip shear. Here's Allie with her elbow up, holding the opposing grip shear, and in a second you'll see her drop that elbow down, and that's what's possible with the EZE design. This is a crane style shear, and that's what makes it possible. Look at the difference too in the thumb movement. This is phenomenal. Both blades are wide open. With a tiny flick of the thumb, she closes the EZE shear, while the opposing grip shear hardly really even begins to close. Imagine how much less effort that takes. Look at the cramped hand position of an opposing grip shear versus the open hand position of the EZE shear. Again, if you look closely, you'll see the way the hand is collapsed down versus opened up with the EZE style shear. But let's not just take my word for it. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine who has been a hand therapist for 25 years. So hi, I'm Mark Wright, and I'm here today with Margie Mudio. And Margie's been a physical therapist for 25 years, and since 1990, or for the last 17 years, she's been specializing in hand therapy. And in interest of full disclosure, I'll admit right off the bat that we're good friends. But the reality is I wanted to show her our new EZE shear design because I really feel that this shear offers some great advantages for hairdressers. And you know, Margie, the new design is an extreme offset design so that your hand is staying very open. And you know, to compare it with an old-fashioned style scissor, you can see, first of all, the difference in the elbow position. When a hairdresser is working in a horizontal cutting position, they're able to drop their elbow down dramatically. And you also see the difference in the thumb movement. The hand stays open here and moves in this direction, and the blades open and close with much less movement overall of the thumb, whereas with the old style shear, the hairdresser is going to have to move their thumb this way and then bring it all the way back across from the ring finger. And so I kind of wanted to get your opinion of what you think about this new design and how you think it's going to impact hairdressers.
Well, my first observation is at two different areas, thinking about the clients that I see that are hairstylists. Two big problems are often come related to the positioning of the repetitive nature of the business is that shoulder position out into abduction in that way sets you up for impingement related problems. People often hear rotator cuff tendonitis, but basically by being able to get the arm back in a neutral position, it's much more efficient, should decrease certainly energy, but also decrease risk for problems in this particular area. The other problem that I see, probably to the most of anything, is thumb tendinitises or de Quervain's tenosynovitis. And if they're only having to go a small amount of motion as opposed to all the way across there, the thumb extensor tendon would probably work much happier. I would see that this would be decreasing some work-related injuries. So I think it's a good design.
Well, cool. And that's really, you know, the message that I wanted to give you. I've been talking about healthy scissor design for a long time, but you know, here's a person who's a true expert who is kind of giving you the scoop on what she sees in her practice, and we're hoping the EZE Shear is gonna make life easy for hairdressers. So now let's see the EZE Shear in action, actually doing some hair, and you'll see how these benefits work. The crane handle, in comparison with an opposing grip shear, keeps your hand away from the client's body. You're not right up in their neckline, and that's a big advantage. That's just one way the crane handle helps you. Look at the difference in your position when you're cutting at the back of the neckline. Again, the opposing grip with the elbow up versus EZE with the elbow down. Let's take another look at that. The elbow up with the opposing grip, and EZE allows Allie to drop her elbow down and work in a much healthier body posture. Look at the difference for point cutting. My goodness, the elbow almost pointed to the ceiling versus the elbow down in a much more comfortable body posture. So again, you know, this is a shear that as you work your way around the head, you just find more and more ways to take advantage of it. The blades of these shears are just as state-of-the-art as the handle. Most shears have a beveled edge, and the problem with that is that it blunts itself just to create that bevel. When you want to be able to slide cut, what you really need is a convex blade. All via shears have convex edges, and the new EZE Shear is no exception. The convex edge is the key to smooth, effortless cutting, and it's the only way to go for slide cutting. And speaking of slide cutting, look at the way the EZE Shear just glides through hair. You know, this is not Pac-Man cutting. We're not wiggling the handle to get through it. You're just pushing the shear through like a razor, and you can see how clean and smooth it cuts. No drag, just effortless cutting. And that is the result of a convex blade. Now, slide cutting's great, but how does the convex edge perform for precision cutting? Well, just watch. Again, with a convex edge, the edge is sharper, so you're going to get very precise cutting, and you're going to end up with nice, crisp, clean lines like this. So, you know, the EZE Shear is a state-of-the-art performance tool. It's going to give you terrific performance, and because of the molybdenum alloy steel and the cryogenic tempering, it's going to last a long time between sharpening too. And when you need your EZE Shear sharpened, you just send it back to VIA just like you do with any of your high-quality shears, and we'll make it like new and keep your lifetime warranty alive. Here again, another shot of this blade slide cutting effortlessly, and it just shows off what a terrific performance blade these shears have. And how about these blending shears? Again, when you make a high-quality blending shear, your goal is that you can cut and comb out effortlessly without any drag. And you can see that the EZE Shear is eminently capable of doing that. You can also turn, as Allie is here, into the blade and razor the hair on the way out. Here's the texturizing blade too. She's using it on the ends to help get a nice little flip going in the back, and you can see the great separation that it creates and the fact that she's able to close it and comb out without having to reopen the blade. It doesn't pull or drag in the hair at all, and you get a beautiful finish when you work with a shear like this. So the shear of the future, EZE, can be yours now, and you can put yourself in a healthy, comfortable position with a durable, high-performance tool at a price that most stylists can afford. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and certainly if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact Via. Thanks again. Bye-bye.